Hello. Well, I tried to do a whip and chat. I ended up falling asleep. So I didn't think that you guys would appreciate me sleeping dead silence and possible snoring. So anyway, so I deleted that one, and we're gonna try again. Anyway, I have got some more snap dots drying. And if you didn't see my unboxing yet, this is gonna be one of the pens that I'm gonna offer in the giveaway once I reach 500 subscribers. Isn't that beautiful? I got this for my birthday from Kari. She said, I know you so well. Anyway, so, and what's funny is I had just ordered this and Sea Buddies and another pen, butterfly of course, not this one, but I had ordered this one. Anyway, I went to open her mail and I thought, well, I'll wait and I'll do an unboxing. Well, when I opened it, because I didn't know, hadn't ordered anything and wasn't expecting anything. When I opened up this, I was totally blown away. And then there was a couple of cover minders. This one here was in it. It's kind of hard to see with the, well, let me turn off. There, that's better. Isn't that beautiful? And then she also sent this cover minder too. So I thought that was really awesome, this puzzle piece. I'll have to get some more of those. Anyway, so this is going to be one of the pens once I reach 50 subscribers. Isn't that beautiful? So, and the other one's going to be the Pen Buddies. Or Ocean Buddies will be the other one that'll be up for grabs. So, and it'll be pick. And I downloaded, well, not downloaded, but I got the race thing that you can put like dogs or butterflies even. But first, I can't forget bazinga, 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 bazinga. Anyway, gotta do the bazinga. So, and you can do there's a whole bunch of different kinds that you can do for the race. So, there's dolphins, and there's unicorns, and there's puppies. So there's all kinds of little cute little characters that you can do in the race. So I have that ready. I was gonna do random number like the wheel, and I thought, that's boring. So what I'll do is set up my camera to where I can show as it's doing it, and it will show the winner. So, but once we get closer to that, I've got 38 subscribers now. Woohoo! So we're 12 away from 50 to get the 50 subscribers. So if you know anybody, just say, hey, go check out Bessie's YouTube. So she's going to be doing a giveaway. Anyway, so once I get the other pen in, which will be sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'll show that off as well. And then I'm going to get together, well, I've got some more glue dots drying. I think I already said that, but I may call them pop dots, so because they do pop, and I'm gonna have some of those in with it. and I'm just going to get together a little goodie bag. And I have not decided about internationally if I'm just going to do an Amazon gift card or if I'm going to send it overseas or not. We'll see. I've got something I've got in the works that's going to be going over to the UK, and we'll see what expensive wise, how much it's going to cost to go across the pond or somewhere else. But I may just ship. We'll see. I don't want to exclude anybody if they're in another country, that's for sure. So I'll either do an Amazon gift card for someone overseas. It depends on the shipping costs. Like I said, I've got something in the works that I'm going to be shipping to someone overseas, and I'm going to be using a company that hopefully is fairly reasonable. And if that's the case, then I will use them and ship the little package overseas. Otherwise, I will do the Amazon gift card for, like, you know, $15, something like that, 15. So, we'll see on that, how that goes. But anyways, how are you guys doing? When I was thinking about different foods, and I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm excited. I'm ready for a nap though. So after that, oh no. So after this, I'll be probably doing those glue dots to kind of take it out of me physically. Even though I didn't do very many, it's still, I've got to find a way to be able to, I think once I do them up, I'm going to sit down and do the actual, you know, putting them on the sheet of paper. So, we'll see about that. I am excited. I don't know if you can see. Oops, hang on just a second. I forgot to turn down. I'm going to try not to give you guys whiplash here. I forgot to turn down my notifications. So let me turn all this down. There we go, that's better. There we go. So, sorry about that. I have to put myself a note. But I'm excited. I got my enhancements in. Let's see. I don't know. There. I got my enhancements in. So I've done some of them up, and I am very, very excited. And depending on how the light goes, it looks like she's got a velvet cap on it. So I am so very excited. I got those in on Friday, and been working with them and liked them a lot. I did get the very, very dark blue. It does look like a 310. I don't know if you can see how dark those are. Let me turn on the light. Get the switch here. So I don't know if you can see. Those look like they're black, but they're a very, very, very dark blue. So what I'm going to do with some of this here is I'm going to shadow, well, you can't really see this up here, but I'm going to shadow, well, let's see. No, it's kind of hard to tell with the light board on. Well, there's some like grayish, darkish gray in here, up in here. I'm going to shadow that with some of this, the rhinestoney, and break it up and make it look almost like the background. Her background is velvet, crushed velvet. Anyway, so I have to tell you, I've gone crazy. I've gotten more blanks that'll be heading to Donna. I've already got 2 that she has. I'm gonna be 3 more are gonna be heading her way. I'm crazy. I am crazy. I tell you, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. What can I say? I just like her pens so much. Anyway, so I'm going to be totally pen poor, and on top of it, to get another set of steel or let's see, to get metal tips, to get some more metal tips like this, and I don't have any glue dots in this one yet. We're gonna try the new batch and see how they work. I've got caramel nut muffin. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my goodness, I want a caramel nut muffin so bad. So, and I did enchanted orchid, but, and I have to tell you, I've gone sent crazy again. I ordered some more, and the set is called All American. It has orange sickle, s'mores, campfire. I think I have a campfire already. Root beer, apple pie, and hot fudge. Yes. So I'll be picking one of those to put to make up and do. I'm going to definitely do the orange sickle for sure, and I'm going to do the apple pie. I don't know. I'm going to do 5 different scents so that I can have those. That a couple of those will be going in the giveaway, and but anyway, but I lost my train of thought here. To get some more of these tips, and to get like the 6 placer, 7 or 8 placer, and to get the elbow here and the straight tip, I had to order a set of them. And like, I need another pen. There's a pen, but when I saw what was inside the pen, because it's filled with glitter, I had to get it. It's butterflies. It's butterflies and other stuff. So I had to get it. It had to come home to Mama. I know. I'm crazy. I don't need any more. I am gonna need a box. Well, I have a box of I have a semi sort of box here. This box right here that has pens in it, and that's all my extra pens right there. See the butterfly one? Isn't that pretty? But I won't go through and bore you on that right now. But I could probably do a video on my pen poorness, and I might do that. I might do that. I had this feeling when I started this, and after I got my first pens from Kari with K&SCustomDPpens. That's who I got this from for a birthday, because I won the birthday draw. So, and I'll put her link down below. She's got really nice pens, and a lot of variety. So, when I got my first pens from her, hold on, I'm writing this down so that I don't forget. Let's see. Kari, okay. So, I knew once I got my first set of pens from her, I knew I was done for. I'm already a penaholic, regular writing pen-aholic. I have more pens than Carter's got liver pills. And I just can't stop buying them. Well, now I've stopped buying them because now I'm buying diamond painting pens. But I have so many different colors. That's part of my Achilles heel, is I like to have different colors. Which reminds me, I need to label my bottles that I've made up the scents in. I'm going to make up some more Ocean Breeze too. I didn't do that today because I didn't have enough of the things cut up for them. Anyway, but once I got my first pens from her, I knew I was going to be in trouble. The good kind. I can think of worse things to spend money on. So, but anyway, I'll have to do that. I've got, but yeah, I wasn't going to look at cocoons this week, and I found, and they did a special one on Saturday, and I found a really, I like the transparent ones, but there was a very beautiful, and when they teased us with the one that they were going to release yesterday, I saw this. It's an opaque, but it's like shiny, and it's got cactus, some kind of cactus in it. So it kind of looks like wood. And I thought, oh, that's going to be so pretty, and I can see Donna doing wonders with that. So I caved, and instead of only getting 2 blanks this week, I got 3. So I'm excited, and I may wait to have her do rings on these ones that'll be coming to her. I may have her wait and do rings, or I may have her do rings. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I'd like to get some of the rings done, those free floating rings that she does. Anyway, so, but back to food. I gave California, well, Nevada and California a little bit of injustice. They do have a place called Taco Bell. Not Taco Bell. Everybody's got Taco Bell. Del Taco. I miss Del Taco. I like, even though it's American Mexican food, I like their quesadillas. Oh, they're so good. Just the plain cheese quesadillas, and I would order extra cheese and extra green sauce. Ugh, so good. So good. And then I also, in Nevada, got introduced to chili rellenos. Oh my goodness. Of course, you can get chili rellenos anywhere, but there's a difference in the sauce I noticed once you go further east from Nevada. Instead of green sauce on the chili rellenos, they use red sauce, red meat sauce, and I don't like that. I'd rather have just, and it's like enchilada, green enchilada sauce is what they put on there. So, I wanted to correct that a little bit. But other than that, let's see, where else have I lived? Ooh, Illinois. I lived in Illinois, and talk about wonderful, sweet corn. Oh, on the cob. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is so good. It is just, in fact, I'm getting hungry for it. There is a trick, though, that I just learned, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to get some corn and try it. Ear corns, frozen ones. You can boil your corn and put sugar in the water. Add sugar to your water, and it'll sweeten your corn. So I'm going to try that, because that's one of the things, especially during the summer, is buttered, sweet corn. Oh my, ooh, there's some 310 in here I didn't realize. Ooh, I may use these. Ha ha ha, I see some 310 in here. So anyway, but yeah, if you want your corn to be sweeter, put sugar in your water when you boil it, and when you boil your corn. Pretty cool, huh? Awesome. Of course, it's kind of like with the German spaghetti. You can make tomato sauce. I'm gonna get hungry for that now. And you can put sugar in your tomato sauce and make it sugary. So anyway, but really good corn. So I've had the opportunity to have lived in more than one state and in different areas of different states, and some of it didn't have any control over it, because you know, when you're a kid you just go where your parents go. But as an adult, I've lived in different states, different areas. Somebody asked me if I was military. I was married to military for a little bit. Actually didn't mind the lifestyle at all. Kind of felt at ease with it. Didn't bother me, the military lifestyle, because you got to there's a lot of rules. So if you don't like rules, being married to somebody that's in the military is probably not for you. But anyway, but I would have to say, as far as favorite places that I've lived, I don't know. I mean, I've liked, except for California, I've liked pretty much everywhere I've lived. The UP was definitely different. It's cold 9 months out of the year, and you go from winter to summer, and it's very, very humid. That, in fact, it's gonna go back to diamond painting here in a sec. That's what I like about these glue dots. They're not as affected by the weather, and like the putty kind of gets frustrating for me, because when it gets stringy, even though I like working with putty, I have to use it on drier days. Or what I do is I keep a supply in the fridge and then go get that and use it, and then it's okay. But I usually forget to grab it from the fridge before I sit down and diamond paint. But that's one thing I like about the dots. Plus the dots, they have lasted. I can go one sitting, which can be anywhere from an hour to 4 hours, and not have to worry about changing out my medium, my diamond painting medium. And they have this nice pop to them. So, anyway. Ta-da! So, back to states. But yeah, Michigan, beautiful in the fall. Well, they do have a fall. It's brief, but there's a fall where you get to see the foliage. Gorgeous Canadian maples, because upstate Michigan was very close to the upstate Michigan was very close to the Canadian border. So, got to see the beautiful reds and oranges and yellows and golds and greens. Just absolutely gorgeous. And Michigan doesn't really have mountains. It has shoreline. It has sheer drop-offs. But they're not really considered mountains. It's very hilly out there. And then Colorado. If you want 4 seasons, Colorado and like that area, well, Colorado, that's like Denver area, that's the place to go, because you get snow, you get winter, spring, summer, and fall. You get all the seasons. You get to experience all the seasons. So, and that's nice. I like Louisiana. It stays green here, like green. It if you're the only downside to Louisiana is the humidity and the hurricanes. I'm hoping we get spared this year. I went through Ida. That was not any fun at all. 9+ hours of being pounded, and it was very scary. It was very, I developed PTSD from it, unfortunately. My dog already didn't like storms, and now she really doesn't like storms. I don't like them either, so I diamond paint with one hand and soothe her with the other hand. So I diamond paint to keep me from flipping out. And is there any more 3s? No. So hopefully, and this year I have a feeling it's going to be a very active hurricane season. I really haven't watched the news on it, because I get anxious. But just because we had a very warm winter, I mean, we had a cold snap, but it just warmed up very soon, quicker than it normally does. I'm surprised we didn't have one. Okay, did it fall into the floor? No big deal if it did. Okay. I'm surprised we didn't have a hurricane before June 1st, because it runs from June 1st to November 3rd, to the end of November 30th. So, but it stays green here, all year round. It doesn't, the grass doesn't die off. It stays green. So the only thing is the grass grows very fast. Here I don't have to worry about cutting the grass. I live in an apartment, and they keep the grass cut. But once it rains, the grass grows so fast. Like, absurd. It's absurd how fast the grass grows here. Anyway, so, this is M we're working on. 6. Perfect. So, whoops. There's a lot to do here. I haven't been able to experience a lot. I did go downtown in New Orleans. I did get to experience downtown, and it's very, very old. The French were here way before anybody else. It was the French, then the Spanish, and then the British, and then I'm not sure who the United States got Louisiana from, or if it was won in a war. It may have been won in a war. I don't know. I'm not very good on that part of the history. Even though I like history, I'd have to go look it up again. But it's got a lot of rich history. There's a lot of old houses. There's even plantations left. So there's some of the plantations have converted into where they do tours. I have yet to go on one of those. Maybe I will before I move out of here. We'll see. You can go down to the deep into the bayou and that's one thing I've wanted to do, is go on one of those air things. I can't think of what they're called. They've got the big fan in the back. They use them a lot here, especially in the bayou. I can't think of what they're called. Fan boats, maybe. But you can go and go on those, get tours on those. And I haven't tried turtle yet, but that's supposed to be really good. I have tried from here, and I forgot to mention it, crawdads. Because when we do crawfish boils, and it's really good, is you have in the crawfish boils, you put in crawfish, potatoes, and corn. Oh, is it so good? And then of course you put the crab boil in, crawfish crab boil, and oh, is it so good. The potatoes are so flavorful. All you need to do is add butter. That's it. You don't need to add any seasoning unless you're a salt person. Okay, it's gonna fall off anyway. There we go. So I forgot to mention crawfish. Crawfish are really, really good. You can buy the frozen one, little crawfish that are already peeled, but they're just not the same. And then crawfish you eat just like crab. You eat them and dip them in butter. Oh, so good. So, so good. Can't tell. Let's put that one over there. But yeah. So, Anyway, and I was trying to think, there was something else that I was thinking and that I was remiss in mentioning food-wise. But now places that I've been to, like on vacation, Tetons, talk about beautiful, just absolutely beautiful country. A lot of camping opportunities are up there in Tetons, Yellowstone National Park, and that's in Wyoming. The other place that I've been to, but Tetons, they're just beautiful. There's Snake River runs through there, and they get these big old rubber, they look like, you know, the donuts that you can go and down on, just put yourself in and float down the lake, float on the lake or float down the river. They have them where they're really, really big, like rubber tubes, but they're a boat. It's like a mini boat, and they take you on down the part of the Snake River that's not rapidy, and it's very nice. It's, of course, I almost fell in. And they had to have, it took 7 people to get me out because I got too close. I thought, well, I was big enough, I could go ahead and go get in the boat. No. I think it was 8 or whatever. Anyway, I almost fell in the Snake River, and the current was swift enough that it would have probably taken me down the river, but so it took both rangers. There was and then of course volunteers that jumped in, and they got me, and I kind of was in a little bit of a trouble. But that was interesting. So, but that was a fun day thing. I think it was like a half a day that you spent going down the river, and then they showed you different stuff. I don't know if they do that anymore. I was like 8 or 9, so we're talking 40 plus years ago. But it was a lot of fun. Oops. Need the tweezers. That one's got too many. If it just has a little one on the one side, like right here, I don't mind it. But if it's squared off, that one needs to go in the trash bin. So I'll get my little trash bin out. I need to do some of these up, because that I could put in the giveaway. These little trash bins. So, I'm excited. Okay, back to Tetons before I talk about more diamond painting stuff. I can always talk about that. Anyway. But yeah, that was a very memorable, because they're in Wyoming. They have the Tetons, which are absolutely gorgeous, and then they have the painted pots. They have the geysers, like Old Faithful, which doesn't run every hour like it used to. They have the springs, the hot springs, and the water is so clear. I mean, it's kind of like the tropical, some of the tropical places that have the ocean is just like you can see down to the bottom on some of the shallower parts. And Then it has the nature, of course, nature. It's getting to see moose, bear. We got to see bear. I'm not sure if it was a brown, I think it was a brown bear. I think that's what's in Wyoming. The falls, that's one of the things we got to see on that river tour, was the falls. Absolutely gorgeous. My dad was a very good photographer, and he took some beautiful pictures, and the colors on from the cliff down down where the water is coming from, the waterfall, it was like very rich reds and browns and copper colors coming down the mountain. Just beautiful country, just in very unsullied. I don't know how it is now, but just beautiful there. So that was very memorable. And on that trip we also went to South Dakota and got to see Mount Rushmore and the Black Hills, where the Black Hills gold come from. So that was neat. Now we got to see the presidents, the 4 presidents. Didn't get to see the newer ones in Mount Rushmore. But that was neat, getting to see those huge, I mean, it took him years to do all that carving. There was a lot of blasting too, but I remember being very moved by it, and very I mean, you just think about somebody doing that, just working, and then they had information on it and how he did it, hanging off, that going over the head, and back then when it was done, it's not like now. It was very dangerous. They didn't have the camping and the hiking gear that they have nowadays. So, I mean, that to me was just amazing, because it was done, I think it was done in the early 1900s is when that was done. And now they have, I think is it Geronimo that they have on the horse that they've started, or it's done, I don't know. And now, anyway, and been over and near actually lived at the one end of the Grand Canyon in Nevada. That's where the Grand Canyon kind of comes to its close, is in Nevada. In Arizona, that's the very tail end of it. Wanted to do that donkey ride down where it takes a couple of days, but no, I wouldn't do something like that. I don't think I could manage to, I wouldn't be able to sleep in those kind of conditions right now. It wouldn't be a good, like on the ground. I wouldn't be able to do that right now. At this stage of my life. But anyway, and with some of my challenges, physical challenges. But anyway, so Wyoming, beautiful, gorgeous. I've also been to the redwoods up in Northern California. Those are beautiful. Been to Donner Pass. There's a very interesting story, sad kind of story about that. Lake Tahoe, that's really pretty. I like the smell of the pine. I've been to Big Bear, that's in California. I'm trying to think where else I've been. I've always wanted to go to see the Statue of Liberty. New York, nah, that hasn't ever interested me. To me, that's too busy. Too many people. That hasn't ever appealed to me, but the Statue of Liberty, yeah, I've always wanted to go see that. But I think you still have to walk up all those stairs if you want to get to the top. I don't even know if they have that open anymore. After 9/11, I don't know if they opened that back up or not. But if you want to go and look out of the very, very top of her, you have to do a lot of climbing steps. And, oh, forgot, been to Hawaii. That is a very beautiful place to go. If you ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, I would suggest going. It is, out of all the places that I've been, that has been my most absolute favorite. It is like the sunrises and sunsets are like any other and there's the coral reef. We didn't get a chance to do that, but did get a chance to go to a luau. That was fun. That was very, the waterfalls there, it smelled, the island itself just smells so good. And the food there is very good. So if you ever get a chance to go to Hawaii or Maui, take it, go. Take it and take that chance and go for it, because beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's a beautiful state to go visit in the United States. It's I went for, I'm trying to think how many days I went, 10 days, and I was able to do it and able to go and experience it because I stayed with a friend's family. So I didn't have to worry about hotel costs. Okay, 7. So that was nice. And felt very grateful for her for that. So that was a wonderful place to go. Trying to think. The pace there is very easygoing, so when you come back, there's definitely an adjustment. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to come back. I just would have felt very comfortable and at home there, and I could have made it a home. The only thing is things are really expensive over there, but I would have considered moving there. If someone would have proposed to me and said, marry me, you can live here in Hawaii, I would have been like, yes. I'd have jumped on that puppy, man. Too bad it didn't happen. Anyway. But I can't remember everything that we did, but I remember we went and I got to climb Diamond Mountain. That was, but at that point I could still move. My knees definitely felt it afterwards, but it was worth it. It was worth it, and got to go up and look, and they had, it used to be a watch out back in World War II, well, before World War II. They had a lookout there, and they would have to hike up the mountain, and that was one of the lookout spots, was Diamond Head for the military. So that was before Pearl Harbor, and then of course after Pearl Harbor, the United States kind of got pushed into the war. So that was sobering, was going and visiting the Arizona, where that was the one ship that was sunk. That was very sobering. It was interesting. Before, on the ride over, people were joking and laughing, and on the way back, not so much. So it really kind of, it was surreal, because there are people that are still trapped in there, they couldn't ever get them out. So that part of it was sobering and sad, thinking about all the lives that were lost, and a lot of them were very, very young. Some even faked their age to get into the military, and they were just kids. So very very sobering, but it was good to go see that part of history. That was very poignant, because the United States had pretty much stayed out of the war at that point. But after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, that was what did it for us. That just kind of ushered us into the European War, so the World War, and then it became World War after that. So I think a lot of it, we didn't put ourselves in that position at first because of the lives lost in World War I. I think that's why the United States was staying out of World War II, because we didn't want to send any more boys over to their deaths. But after the bombing of Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, they decided that, nope, you messed with. In fact, I think it was interesting if you ever watched that one movie, and I think it's called Pearl Harbor. It's got, oh shoot, Ben Affleck's in it. Oh, I can't think of a lot of the actors' names. But the one Japanese admiral or captain said, "We've awoken a sleeping giant," and that was true, because once we got involved, that definitely Europe was struggling through the war. So I think the added bodies helped drive Hitler out and drive him into hiding and drive him. It turned the tide, I believe. Not saying that Europe wasn't gone or couldn't win, but when you've got added firepower, it always helps. And Germany was just going through and obliterating so many places and costing people so many lives, and they didn't care if it was civilian or not. They were being so ruthless. But anyway, so back to Hawaii. Oh, that took me on a little tirade there. Sorry about that. But Hawaii is definitely one of those places that if you haven't ever been, it's a good idea to go. Very beautiful. Lots of just gorgeous flowers. The plumeria, that flower, that scent, that fragrance, I fell in love with it. In fact, I'm gonna make up some plumeria in some of the blue dots. I'm not just gonna do, food. But anyway, so yeah, Hawaii, very good place to go. There's a lot of Japanese influence there, because a lot of them, when they go on holiday, they go to Hawaii. Alright, looks like that one. There we go. Yeah, when they go on vacation, holiday, I don't know if they call it holiday, they go to Hawaii. So there's a very big, which is ironic, because they were the ones that bombed it, and there's a big influence there now, which is kind of funny in a way. Ironic, very ironic. So, let's see. Yep, we're going on an hour, so I should probably close this out. So anyway, it's been fun. And if you like this video, this whip and chat, give me a thumbs up, please. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. because we're going to be doing a giveaway once I reach 50. So, if no one's told you today, I love you. You are special. You are unique. I love you. Okay? Wherever you're at, I hope you're having a blessed and wonderful day, evening, or afternoon. And I will see you later. Bye.